Bona FlexiSand Power Drive is an innovative, dynamic machine that will truly revolutionize your sanding process. With its powerful motor and unique gear-driven multi-disc drive plate, there's simply no comparison in the industry. Upgrading your system with this extraordinary machine will generate remarkable results from the very first time it's used. It cuts aggressively with no slip, creating a consistent scratch pattern for a more uniform stain color and finish build. It can reduce edging time by up to 80%. It can quickly and easily sand hallways and tight spaces, even across the grain. It can fit under almost every toe kick or pantry shelf. It sands multiple species and parquet floors in any direction. It even adapts easily to standard multi-disc or 16-inch drive plates, eliminating the need for a separate buffer on the job site. Using the FlexiSand Power Drive alongside your current belt sander is a great way to start saving considerable time and money. One cut with the sander, followed by 2 to 3 cuts with the power drive, and a single cut on the edger will be all you need for most jobs. Compare this to the traditional process of 2 to 3 cuts with the sander, 2 to 3 cuts with the edger, and 1 to 2 cuts with the buffer, and we start to see just how valuable this incredible machine can be. On this job site, our first and only cut with the sander will be with a 40 grit Bona Green abrasive belt. For the second cut, we'll use the power drive with 60 grit Bona Blue discs. Mount the power drive plate onto the gearbox while aligning the movable gears on the plate with the fixed cogs on the chassis. When the plate is fully seated, rotate it clockwise to tighten the clutch plate, then secure it with the locking pin. During operation, it's important to move at a steady, medium pace in order to maintain a smooth cut and minimize scratches. Moving slowly will cut the floor too aggressively, while moving too fast will leave more visible scratches. Operate the power drive with the handle tilted slightly back. Operating it like a standard buffer with the handle adjusted down to your hip can cause the machine to bounce and sand unevenly. Due to the aggressive nature of the power drive, it's best to always keep the dust skirt in place during operation to avoid throwing dust out from under the base. As smoothly and evenly as the power drive appears to be sanding, remember that it does cut slightly more aggressively toward the rear half of the unit. Because of this, we recommend working in straight paths while walking directly behind the machine, or running it at a 45-degree angle to your sanding path. In most cases, you won't need intermediate pads with the power drive. Instead, place the abrasives directly onto the yellow drive pads on the plate. This will give you a more aggressive cut that will smooth out the floor quicker while keeping adjoining boards, species, and grain patterns flat. Although the power drive can easily be used in any direction, it's best practice to run any sanding machine with the grain of the wood whenever possible. Running the unit cross-grain could potentially leave a shadow effect on the floor that will become visible when stain, sealer, and finish are applied. After filling the floor and allowing plenty of time to dry, we'll perform a third pass with the power drive, this time using Bona 100 to 120 grit Bona Black abrasives attached directly to the yellow drive pads on the machine. Depending on wood species, desired stain color, and other factors, intermediate pads may be used with your chosen abrasive. Optionally, a fourth pass can be made with the power drive using 120 grit Bona Diamond abrasive discs. This extra step can be very helpful in eliminating visible scratches on tight-grained species like maple or Brazilian cherry. A Bona Tampico brush can easily be attached to the power drive for simple and thorough cleaning of the floor before stain and sealer application. On this job, our edging time was reduced by about 70% using the power drive, particularly along butt-end walls and detail areas. Here, where the flooring runs across the hallway, we were able to sand quickly and efficiently. The area behind the kitchen island was a breeze, and getting into the pantry and under the shelves was just as simple. The power drive's low deck easily fit under all the cabinet toe kicks, and due to its omnidirectional capabilities, we were able to effortlessly blend this multi-species border into the angled field, leaving little to no observable scratches. In some situations, the FlexiSand Power Drive might even eliminate the need for a belt sander altogether. For example, in this office, where the wood was installed at 45 degrees, you can see how much edging would be needed using the traditional process with a belt sander. Using only the power drive, just a small fraction of the room is left to be edged. Adding a Bona FlexiSand Power Drive to your sanding system will not only save time and money, it'll bring your wood floor craftsmanship and your final results to the next level. Revolutionize your sanding system today with the Bona Power Drive, a powerful tool for the future of sanding.